what was I most scared of? And what came to mind was jumping out of an airplane. And so what ended up happening was I jumped out of an airplane. And I remember getting to the point where I thought for a minute to kind of fall back into the plane and not do this. And that was the moment that fear had maxed for me. Like, it was no more, I could feel no more fear than this point right here. Like, I'm at the ledge of fear. And I was like, no, we gotta do it, man. We gotta do it. And so we jumped. And for the first I don't even know if it was 3 to 5 seconds, it was as if I had made the worst mistake of my life. But within the time frame it took me to be conscious that I'm thinking this is the worst mistake of my life, the next thought that came along was the one that set me free, and that was, but you're flying. I had at that point realized that even though I had jumped out of the plane, I was no longer scared. And once I was no longer scared, it was like within 20 seconds, I'm like steering the parachute, and I'm just like, holy crap, man, this is it. And what happened next was just like something that happens every time you think you got it. Like, every time you get to a point in life where you think, oh, I got this, something else comes. The gentleman says to me, it's like, all right, Rod, we're gonna land now, so I want to tell you what I want you to do while landing. I never asked any questions about how do we land, because I just couldn't even get past the jump. How we land? What do you want me? He was like, I just need you to lift your legs up and slide. And I was like, but, well, by the time he tells you this, all you have the time to do is lift your legs up and do exactly what he says. And that was a clear indication of me that had they told me about landing, I probably would have overthought it. I probably would have made a mistake in it. But when they didn't give me time to do anything but react, I did it exactly how it was supposed to be. And that experience taught me so much, one, about my relationship with fear, but two, that I could trust my inner wisdom to just know that I had everything inside of me to respond to a situation just as quick as realizing I didn't know how to land from jumping out of a perfectly good air. What's my relationship with fear now? Fear is an indicator for me to pay close attention to what's going on around me. If I slow down and pay attention, if it is danger, I'll see it, I'll respond accordingly. If it isn't danger, I'll see it and I'll respond accordingly. You'll begin to understand it's not as powerful as you gave it credit to be. It's not as strong as you thought it was. You'll begin to see that you're more resilient than you give yourself credit for. You'll begin to know that even though you're scared, you still have the ability to push through. So that's how my relationship with fear has changed post my skydive experience. And again, I'm not saying you should go skydive, but I'm saying you should really push some of your fears to the edge and see if they hold.